Hey everybody. Um, I'll try to speak up because I know that the volume always seems to be an issue. But yeah, hi everybody, and it's Saturday the 6th, so exactly a week after the Geelong Revival. I was in Geelong last Saturday. But anyway, what I've done, I've virtually written out everything I want to say because I didn't get much footage over the weekend. I'll explain as I go along why. And yeah, I didn't want to sit here talking for 20 minutes and it's only like 2 minutes worth of video to watch. So anyway, I'll get into it straight away. So I've just said that. Yeah, in regards to footage, as I said, I didn't get much myself, so a few of my followers on socials, they were there and they forwarded some photos and video to me. Thanks, so thank you for that, Jeffrey and Jacob. Um, and also another reason for writing it out is I always forget something that I always forget something to say. So hopefully this will avoid that. Anyway, let's get through the formalities. Get that over and done with. First of all, I want to start thanking, besides Jeffrey and Jacob that I just mentioned, I'd like to thank Tony, Dean, and Sam, who also provided some footage. Because, yeah, we only got 3 runs over the whole weekend instead of the 8 plus top 10 shootout, so that's 9 runs in total. You can make a top 10 shootout. But anyway, thank you to them. Special thanks to Dean and Sam. Dean, he's my timing monitor on Saturday, and Sam is the timing monitor on Sunday. They keep me informed on the quickest times after each class, just so I know what time I have to beat in order to stay number one. Um, and along with my wife Katie and my daughter Caitlin and her fiance Jimmy, they also help me set up and pack up at the end of the day because yeah, I can't do it on my own. You know, it's a team effort. You know, if you don't have friends and people helping you out, it's virtually impossible to do it on your own. As they say, many hands make light work. Um, now, also, I can't emphasize enough my gratitude to Geelong Performance Center. You know, without them, I wouldn't have this, and I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing with it either. So I gotta thank them. You know, like I said, words. Yeah, I don't know how to emphasize it. Also to Jared from GPC. He's the pilot of this thing on a Saturday, and he relays to me, what I need to do the following day on Sunday to get the best out of it. Um, he's kind of like a test pilot, I guess you could say. Um, Penrite Oil, as an ambassador for Penrite Oil, you know, uh, I'm proud to represent an Australian company that makes a terrific product that I've been using for nearly 40 years. No matter how hard we rev this engine and how hot it gets, the oil pressure stays right up there. So it's just a testimony to the quality of the product. Jack's Tires in Geelong. Thank you to them for sponsoring me again this year. Again, a local Geelong company. They look after they always like to be part of the Geelong events. And yeah, they just, since I've been dealing with them, their customer service is, second to none. And the prices are competitive. So if you guys, in Geelong or Surf Coast, Pellerine area need, tires or whatever, wheels, check, by all means, check them out. Also, quickly, Johnny Dino Engines, they, balance and blueprint assembled the bottom end. Again, we really precious thing at the testimony to their workmanship. Blackwell Race Engines, thank you to them for, as I said in my other video, I damaged my head, so they gave it a quick going over and reconditioned that, so thank you to them. SDE torque converters, I've been using them for years as well, and yeah, I can't fault their torque converters either. They're all custom made, and yeah, you just tell them what the specs are that you have, and they'll build a torque converter to suit. DSR Performance, if you have a ZF transmission, they're the people to go to. I mean, they also do other things as well, obviously, but as far as the ZF transmissions goes, again, they built me a transmission quite a few years ago, and the thing is still holding together. So, and lastly, Kip from ATP Turbos. Thank you, Kip, for supplying me a turbo that exceeded my needs, really. But anyway, now I'm gonna have to change the whole hot side to use the turbo's full potential. And also thank you, obviously, to the organizers of the Geelong Revival, Geelong Revival Motoring Festival. They put on a terrific event. I mean, it's virtually the week after this past week, they've already gone into negotiations with the City of Geelong for the next year's event, and it's virtually 12-month planning process, and also to the volunteers. I mean, nearly every year I see the same faces. These people, they have their long days, and they must really love doing what they're doing, because sometimes I think it's an ungrateful job, but no, thank you to them very much. So without them, it wouldn't be possible, it wouldn't be viable to have such an event. And of course, the City of Geelong for allowing that to happen. And that's as far as the intro goes. Now, on to the weekend. Right. Yeah. Right, my wife and a few other people said that I was absolutely crazy to go because I was in so much pain. I had a neck and shoulder injury. I actually can turn my head now. But last Friday, I was in so much pain that, painkillers still had no effect on it whatsoever. And the 5-hour trip was more like 7 hours, because I had to stop every so often just to rest my body, because I felt every little, crack in the road. It was just unbearable. But I was determined to go because I wanted to defend my #1 position. And, I have to be there in order to do that. So, as they say, you have to be in it to win it. On top of that, the weather gods, they were determined to wreak havoc over the weekend. It's typical Melbourne/Geelong weather. You can't plan anything because you never know what the weather's going to be like, really. But it's an all-weather event. You just have to be sensible about it, and just take care out there. And what else was there? And because it's on the foreshore, and there's a lot of sand there, people were walking from one side of the pit entrance to the other side, tracking wet sand, over the road. And of course, the cars and motorbikes drive through it and pull all the sand to the starting lane. So let's just say conditions weren't ideal, between the showers and the sand, and the road never really drying out 100% and getting warm. It's just, again, we went out there hoping to beat last year's time, because you got to stay ahead of the pack, so to speak. So every year we try to go at least around 2 tenths quicker. But because of the conditions, that didn't eventuate. So we had a change of plan, which was just to closely monitor everybody else's time and make sure we're just a little bit quicker. And as as long as it was safe to do so. Um, what else? And anyway, besides, we're getting to the stage where we just about can't go much quicker than what we are going currently, because you only have 200 meters braking distance before you have to make a sharp left-hand 90-degree turn into the holding base. So we're really testing out the tires and brakes in that section, but so far so good. And we knew, because since I've been, this is what, 4, 5, this is the 7th time I believe I competed there. The first 2 times they had a transponder timing system, and they gave the instructions where to mount the transponder, but they didn't really scrutinize that too well, where you mounted this transponder. And of course every vehicle is different. Sometimes you can mount it where they want you to, and to be honest, it wasn't really a very fair system, because you had to rely on where the people place the transponders on the vehicles. Now they have a laser system, like at the drag strips, which is a lot fairer. Once you break the beams, timer goes off, and then the finish line, timer stops. So that's a fair system. And since they've introduced the laser system, nobody's gone into the 9s, with the exception of me. So we knew if we ran a 9.99 that we were going to be pretty safe over the weekend. So that's that in that respect. Now on to Saturday, the first day. And I hope you guys can hear me. Saturday, so our class was the first to go out at 10 a.m. The driver's meeting was at 9:30, so when that finished, it was straight into the pits to line up. And we had wet weather tires on, but by that stage, the road looked quite dry. So we decided at the very last minute to quickly put the drag radials on. But we weren't quick enough, and we were too late to go out. So we missed out on the first session. Our own fault. I should have had the drag radials on, and we can change the wet weather tires if necessary, instead of the other way around. But anyway. And yeah, talking about schedule, I've got it here, it's pretty full on. I mean, you can appreciate as a spectator, they need to keep the things rolling. So, like I said, after the driver's briefing, straight away at 10 o'clock, you got the first session to go out, or the first group to go out. Session 1 and Session 2, the first group, which was me, 12. Third session, 1:36. Fourth session at 15:36. I think there's only 3 sessions held that day. And yeah, again, because of the weather, and unfortunately there was an accident, and yeah, for various reasons, it just dragged out. Like when I was due for my second session at 12:12, they're already running 40 minutes behind. So it's kind of hard to stay on schedule, when it's so tightly packed together. But anyway, that's, you got to keep things moving along so the spectators don't stand around getting bored. So yeah, I already said all that. And then, so when we were due to go up in the second session, as I said, they were running 40 minutes behind already. It started to rain. We had the drag radials on, ready to go. Road looked pretty dry. Started to rain. Great. So anyway, and then we were thinking, well, put the wet weather tires back on. But the problem is, even with wet weather tires, if it was raining pretty steadily, and it's just too dangerous. It's just, at some point you gotta think, well, is it worth it? What's the point going out there if you're not gonna have a red hot ghost? So you might as well just, play it safe. But anyway, long story short, eventually by the end of the day, we managed to get 2 runs in. The first run was, as you'll see in the video, something went wrong somewhere, and it looked like Jared just slammed on the brakes, but for whatever reason, it must have been an electronic glitch. It just went back into first for no reason whatsoever. So yeah, you could hear the motor revving too. Um, yes, yeah, like, but the following run went a lot better, and Jared reeled off a 9.89 with smoking tires off the line. Just imagine if we didn't have any wheel spin, but yeah, so he white smoked the tires off the line and still ran at 9.89. So mission accomplished. We ran on 9. So we just had to sit back and see if anybody was going to bid it on the day. So anyway, I'll put the 2 runs on now. Oh, that didn't click off. So just clicked it on just again, just to make sure it started. So yeah, as you saw in the video, that was the only 2 runs we did on a Saturday. On to the next day, Sunday. The session started earlier. The first ones out on the track was at 9 o'clock. Again, we had all rain down that night, and it was just way too damp to have a go. Even with the wet tires, it was just too damp. So I sat it out. Second session, I went out thinking the road was dry. Well, it looked dry, but I'm just assuming that the bitumen still had moisture in it or something, because you'll see it in the video. After watching Jared the previous day, white smoking the tires off the line, I thought, well, I'll take it nice and easy off the line and just gradually beat the power in, which I did, and I was really happy with my launch. Just nice and smooth, no wheel spin, and I was gradually beating the power in, but as soon as the pedal got nearly to the floorboard, not quite, it just started wheel spinning, and it got pretty squirrely, a bit of fishtailing. I never experienced fishtailing at speed. Off the line I have, but never at speed, and that was a new experience. So I quickly, as you could see, I was just seeing a video coming up. I quickly put both hands on the steering wheel to get it back under control. Then I thought, well, what's the point continuing, because I already stuffed it up. It's going to be a slow time, so I backed off, but then straight away I thought, well, hang on, people come here to watch this thing go fast. So I put my foot down again. But about 100 meters before the finish line, I just backed off, and I thought it's no point, giving the brakes and tires a hard time. So I thought, oh well, I'll stuff that one up. I've learned from it, and the second run should be a lot better. However, unfortunately, the weather was even worse Sunday than what it was Saturday. In fact, we had hail Sunday afternoon. So that was my one and only run, and even though I stuffed it up, big time. I still came in fourth quickest on a day, so it's still not a bad effort. Um, what else is there to say? Yeah, that's about it for that day. But like I said, I only got the one run in, and it wasn't a quick run, but still got fourth place. And I'll put that video on now from that run.
Absolutely incredible, this vehicle. Winds it up like a man. And gets underway. Absolutely flies down the track.
I think this thing needs new batteries because it won't go off and on from where I'm sitting here. But anyway, so that was that. Bit of a looking forward to it all year, this Geelong Revival, and yeah, it wasn't because technically I should get 3 trophies if I win. If I'm the quickest on Saturday, I get a trophy. If I'm the quickest on Sunday, I get a trophy. And if I'm the quickest in the top 10 shootout, I get a trophy. So I get 3 dust collectors. However, there was no top 10 shootout because of the weather Sunday. And yeah, as I explained, Sunday I stuffed it up big time. And Saturday, yeah, Jared, he did a good job. He managed to get a good run in on the second attempt. So thank you, Jared. At least I got one trophy out of the weekend. So anyway, that makes it 4 in a row. So I got to get my mates at Tablet Sprint, Tammy David, to make me a sticker for 2025. But even though the weather was, yeah, less than desirable, so to speak, and yeah, and there were a lot of other incidents, all downs and an accident, or a couple accidents. There's a couple motorbike incidents as well. But still, everybody enjoyed themselves. I mean, it's more of a social event. I mean, there's a few people there, such as myself, that want to win, but generally it's just more of a social event, just a good weekend away. Let's see, and it's a shame that I've made a note here that for some reason the event isn't well known, because it is a popular event. Like last year and this year, a few people turned up that follow me on my socials, saying that if it wasn't for me, they wouldn't have known of the event. And they said, this is great, this is terrific. I want to compete next year. It's just, I don't know how to explain it. It's just a totally different atmosphere to a drag strip. Let's see. I actually did get a bit of publicity because it made the 6 o'clock news, all for the wrong reasons. But as they say, any publicity is good publicity. So again, I apologize that I personally didn't get much footage of anything because I was just in so much pain I couldn't think straight, and the weather was a bit of a downer. I have seen on YouTube a guy that goes by the name of Jamtin. It's one word, Jamtin on YouTube. He did a video titled Pit Access Walkthroughs. So he starts on the front of the pits and just you know videoed all the cars that are lined there was in pit lane. So it gives you a good idea of what kind of cars were there on the day that were competing. Unfortunately, we were all the way at the end of pit lane. We were the last class in pit lane. I don't know if he could be barred walking the full distance, or he just saw a few territories and there's some GTRs there. I didn't think that was worth filming. I mean, let's face it, it's only a territory. It's not a race car, so why would you be interested in it? And that's pretty much it, guys. So, yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, and if you subscribe, thank you for that. Also, my apologies. As you probably saw on my post prior to Geelong Revival, I made sticker bags, 30 sticker bags. And I didn't hand them out really neatly. I just hand them out to people that actually approached us and talked to us about the car, and if they had any questions about their own car that we could maybe help them with. I only gave them out to those people, and by the end of the first day, Saturday, I only had 3 bags left. So I thought, wow, this is pretty popular, and the smile on people's faces, from young to old, they just seem to appreciate that they got something for nothing. I don't know, but they were very happy. So I know next year I'm gonna have to make more sticker bags. And that's pretty much it, guys. Sorry again, I didn't have more footage or anything, but if you just Google, go to YouTube, Google go to YouTube, search Geelong Revival 2025 or Geelong Revival Motoring Festival 2025, and there's a lot of people that put a lot of stuff up on YouTube here covering the revival, so it gives you a good idea. If you've never been in, at least it'll give you a bit of an idea what it's like. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go inside, upload this, and thanks for watching, and until the next time, ciao.